I don't know about you guys, but I have always wanted to visit a real-life Pokemon museum and thought it was way too good to be true. But guess what? It's not. Pokemon finally did it. They just opened the first international Pokemon Fossil Museum in Chicago. Yes, we're going to dive into that today. Welcome back to Bros and Badges. I am Zach in a little bit of a different space. But anyway, yes, we are talking about the Pokemon Fossil Museum, which just made its North American debut at the legendary Field Museum in Chicago. The entire exhibit compares real prehistoric fossils with fossil-inspired Pokemon, combining real paleontology with Pokemon, such as Tyrantrum next to actual dinosaur skeletons, Archeops compared with ancient bird fossils, and even real fossil excavation tools alongside Pokemon-themed archaeology displays. The whole idea is to teach actual science and paleontology, but with the fun of Pokemon. You'll get to see real famous fossils such as Sue the T-Rex or the Chicago Archaeopteryx. I hope I'm saying that correct. So this isn't just Pokemon merch in a room, it's a real science exhibit with Pokemon integrated into it. And of course, the star of the show is Pikachu, as he always is, but this time it's Excavator Pikachu. Yes, Excavator Pikachu will be throughout the exhibit wearing paleontology gear and helping guide visitors through the museum experience, and probably providing a lot of fun for younger children, because this is an interactive experience designed for all ages. There are immersive soundscapes, scientist guides, side-by-side displays, and interactive educational sections. It's a place for adults and young ones to have an equally good time learning about Pokemon and learning about real-life prehistoric fossils. Now I know what you're saying to yourself. This sounds like an absolute cavalcade of fun. How do I get there, Zach? Well, the exhibit runs from May 22nd, 2026 all the way till April 11th, 2027 at the Field Museum in, yes, Chicago. So you have plenty of time to check this out. Unless, of course, you live far and you have to plan dates to get out to Chicago. That might not be the easiest thing. But this is not a brand new experience. This is an exhibit that has actually existed in Japan since 2021. It is what Nintendo likes to call a traveling exhibit, which means the plan is to take this place on the road. It has visited multiple different museums and locations in Japan, and now it is coming to the United States for the very first time. This is its international debut, which means eventually it could come to other places such as Los Angeles, Singapore, London, etc. Now let's talk about everyone's favorite part of any Pokemon experience, the merch, where they gouge you, but where you get to express yourself. Of course, there's going to be exclusive merchandise such as fossil Pokemon apparel, pins, tote bags, TCG accessories, and the highly anticipated Excavator Pikachu plushie, which I really want. Now let's talk about tickets. Tickets are, of course, timed entry. You need a Field Museum admission ticket plus a Pokemon Fossil Museum add-on ticket. The museum is heavily recommending buying online in advance because demand is expected to be absolutely colossally huge. Fossily? Huge. General admission is usually $30 for adults, $23 for children, and $21 for Chicago residents. But of course, you will need that Pokemon Fossil Museum add-on, which is an additional $18 to $20 extra per person. So for total cost for an adult, you're looking at around $48 to $50 total, while a Chicago resident will pay around $39 to $41. I'm telling you guys, make good friends with your grandparents. Convince them it's your birthday 365 days out of the year so they keep sending those checks. Mow their lawns, do their dishes, get in their will so you can spend money on stupid stuff like this. You can learn more at the Field Museum Pokemon Fossil Museum page, which we will of course link in the description. But guys, that is everything we know so far about the Pokemon Fossil Museum in Chicago. If you guys are looking forward to this, let us know in the comments. And if you have been lucky enough to check out this museum already, what did you think? Tell us all about your experience. I, for one, am jealous and I'm already looking at plane tickets and realizing I can't afford them. So until then, we have been Bros and Badges, and we will see you all in the next podcast.